Hi guys, this is WowBubble YouTube channel presenting some of the weirdest places on earth. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and enjoy this video. The door to hell. Located in the middle of Karakum Desert in Turkmenistan is the door to hell, a name locals gave to a 230-foot wide crater that simply won't stop burning. When Soviet scientists began searching for oil back in '71, they accidentally hit a methane reserve and the drilling platform collapsed, forming the crater and releasing dangerous gas into the air. The scientists decided to light the crater on fire to burn off the methane, creating a Dantesque anomaly that has remained lit for the past 40+ years. Nagoro, Japan. Nagoro is a tiny Japanese village with one very notable feature: a life-size doll population that outnumbers the human population nearly 100 to 1. The toy residents are the work of local Tsukimi Ayano, who began making dolls replicas of her neighbors after they died or moved away. There are now around 350 dolls and fewer than 40 breathing humans in Nagoro, making it a quirky and somewhat terrifying toyland. Hill crosses, Lithuania. People have been placing crosses at this spot in northern Lithuania since the 14th century, and for various reasons. Throughout the medieval period, the crosses expressed a desire for Lithuanian independence. Then, after a peasant uprising in 1831, people began adding to the site in remembrance of dead rebels. There are now more than 100,000 crosses crowded there, clashing together in the breeze like eerie wind chimes. Taylor Glacier, Antarctica. It may look like a geological crime scene, but the 5-story Crimson Waterfall is a completely natural wonder. The phenomenon can be traced back about 5 million years. Isolated from light and oxygen, the water became more and more concentrated both in terms of salt and iron content. The water's salinity level, about 3 times saltier than the ocean, keeps it from freezing, while the iron provides the color. Hanging coffins in Sagada, Philippines. If you want to visit the dead in Sagada, you'll have to look up rather than 6 feet under. The people of this region are known for burying their dead in coffins attached to the sides of cliffs, like an aerial cross-section of your average cemetery. The tradition goes back thousands of years. Carve out your own coffin, die, and get hoisted up next to your ancestors. Many of the cliffside coffins are hundreds of years old and all look completely different, as they were specially made by the person who now rests inside of them. BELIZE Hellstatten Hospital, Germany. If this old German hospital looks disturbing, well, it is. Between 1898 and 1930, the BELIZE Hellstatten complex served as a tuberculosis sanatorium. Today, the majority of the complex is abandoned. The surgery and psychiatric wards have been both left to decay and give way to nature and vandals, and the result looks like something straight out of American Horror Story. Definitely not an enjoyable day trip for the easily spooked. The Great Blue Hole, Belize. Located about 60 miles off the coast of Belize, the lighthouse reef boasts beautiful coral and shallow turquoise waters, and a vertical drop that's more than 400 feet deep. Meet the Great Blue Hole, a 1,000-foot wide, perfectly circular sinkhole in the middle of the atoll. The limestone shelf surrounding the vertical cave sits about 40 feet below the surface, and then it's a straight jump down into the unknown. The further down divers go, the clearer and more beautiful the rocks formations supposedly become, but we can only imagine the surreal feeling of stepping back into the last ice age while surrounded by an inky darkness. The Island of the Dolls, Xochimilco, Mexico City, Mexico. Isla de las Muñecas is hidden among the area's many canals. The site is famous for the hundreds of dolls and doll parts hanging from trees and scattered among the grass. Although it looks more like a horror movie set than anything else, the Chinampa used to be the actual residence of a now deceased man named Julian Santabarrera. After finding a dead girl's body in the nearby canal, Barrera collected and displayed the toys in the hopes of warding off evil spirits. Capuchin Catacombs, Palermo, Italy. Of all the catacombs in the world, from Salzburg to Paris, none are quite as creepy as Sicily's Catacomb dei Cappuccini. The macabre space was created back in the late 16th century when the cemetery at the Capuchin monastery became overrun. As a result, the underground tombs now contain around 8,000 bodies, divided into separate corridors, including one for religious figures, one for professional men, one for children, and even one for virgins. The corpses are displayed like a museum exhibit, dressed to the nines and arranged in grotesquely lifelike poses. Sound like fun? Christ of the Abyss, San Fruttuoso, Italy. Although there are several versions of the same Jesus statue scattered around the ocean floor, the original version is located in the Mediterranean Sea off the coast of San Fruttuoso. The 8-foot-tall likeness was commissioned by Italian diver Duilio Marcante in 1954. Marcante wanted to place some sort of a memorial at the exact spot where his friend Dario Gonzatti died while diving a few years prior, and thus Christ of the Abyss was born. The result is a vaguely spooky. Regardless of whether you find the monument eerie or beautiful, or both, it's certainly worth taking a 50-foot dive down to snap an underwater selfie with Jesus. Pripyat, Ukraine. If there was ever a poster child for eerie abandoned places around the world, then it would have to be Pripyat. Established in 1970, the city has reached a population of nearly 50,000 by the time it was entirely evacuated after the Chernobyl disaster in 1986. Pripyat has remained an uninhabited city since the evacuation, although the buildings, furniture, and all other signs of life are exactly where its former citizens left them. Weathered books can be found in classrooms, decaying dolls lie abandoned in cribs, and photographs are still in their original frames. Today, the most famous landmark is the Pripyat Amusement Park's Ferris wheel, a skeletal reminder of what used to be. And the last one, Cat Island, Japan. An island that is home to a mere 100 humans and thousands of cats. The local love the living situation though. For a dog lover like me, this is one of the most strangest places on Earth. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.